Hi, everyone. Open enrollment for healthcare plans began on November 1st with sticker shock as people confronted massive premium increases that doubled and tripled what they paid last year. While we continue fighting to extend the ACA premium tax credits that help make healthcare more affordable, allowing individuals more time to make informed decisions about their 2026 coverage is a very simple step. With so much uncertainty in healthcare, I led over 60 of my colleagues in calling for the Trump administration to extend open enrollment to May 1st of next year instead of the current January 15th deadline. To follow up on that, I introduced legislation on Friday that would extend this deadline because if the administration won't do it, then Congress should act. I'll continue working to get this done. In last week's video, we talked a lot about SNAP assistance and the need for food resources for hungry New Hampshire families. As of yesterday, a federal judge ordered the Trump administration to provide full funding for November SNAP benefits to states like New Hampshire by the end of the day today. But the administration is appealing this ruling now and continuing to delay food assistance. I'm going to continue to push the federal government to swiftly provide the state with the funding that people need and deserve. This week, I stopped by the offices and food pantry of the Community Action Program of Belknap-Merrimack counties in Laconia to hear how they're doing and how their operations have been impacted by the shutdown and the Trump administration withholding funds. I went live on Facebook today with 211 and New Hampshire Granite United Way to talk about the resources that are available through the 211 service, including food assistance. So if you missed it, that conversation is available to watch on Facebook. Check out 211 Network's new food assistance resource at 211.org/food. New Hampshire's seen an increased need for food assistance over the last few years, and so it's really important that we protect SNAP, deliver assistance to those in need, and I'm really grateful for what all our organizations and food pantries are doing across the state to meet the moment. On Tuesday, I introduced bipartisan legislation, the Accelerating Home Building Act, which would support local governments in speeding up the permitting and home building process to lower costs for Granite Staters. All levels of government must work together to listen to the needs of local communities in tackling the housing crisis and to build more homes. On Wednesday, the Supreme Court heard oral arguments in a case against President Trump's tariffs, which are making things more expensive every day. The court should uphold the lower court's rulings, which agreed that the president doesn't have the authority to impose tariffs under the law that he's been using. If they don't, then I'm going to keep pushing to pass my legislation that fights back against this gross overreach of power. So I'll be back in touch with more updates as this moves forward. I thank you all again for listening, and we'll talk again soon.